Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be twisting a balloon creeper. That's right. Probably got asked for one of these before. And so I just wanted to show you something that's worked out really nice for me. And thank you very, very much. Hopefully you have enjoyed the videos that you've seen so far. And so I just want to keep sharing with you. Like I said, this is what we're going to be making today. We'll go over the artwork. We'll be doing all that stuff. I'm just using a black marker. And the balloons I'm using, let me set this down just for a second. I'm using an 11-inch round. See, I've kind of squished it a little bit. It's underinflated in a 350. You can see what kind of tail it has on it there. Okay. And I do like to keep my cutter right up here. That way at the end I can do some cleanup. And I also use a little scrap. Okay. So if you've ever made like an example, as you can see here, the way that inserts there and ends up tied on the top. Have you ever made like a barbell of some kind or a mushroom? This is more or less uses that same idea, or even an axle for like a car or something, you know. So that's the cool thing about it, you know, applying these twists or these ideas that have been around for a while in a fun way that we can all use. So anyway, with my balloons, or excuse me, my videos, what I do is I bring the sound down and then I'll do some voiceover as we get to work. So anyway, here we go. Let's bring the sound down. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to marriage these two together. Marry them. There we go. I'm just putting the nozzles together. Going to push them down inside there. There we go. And so I'm pushing it all the way until I can feel those two nozzles together. I get this big hunk of balloon down there, and what I'm going to do is grab that whole mess and give it a spin, or a twist rather, until you can definitely secure it, and then you go and grab your little scrap, and I'm just gonna just wrap it around that hunk of balloon, and then I'll be tying that once I get it. Usually three to four times is pretty good, and then I usually tie it twice. I don't like to take any chances. Sometimes you can get away with one. Sometimes you can actually get away with no tying, but I wouldn't recommend that with this design, especially with that other balloon jammed down inside there. So there you go. Alright, so all I'm doing right now is I'm just shifting that balloon around a little bit just so it's more or less centered. And so the last thing we're going to do now before our artwork is we're just going to create 3 loops, and they're about a hand's width, and that's just going to be the bottom of our creeper. So you can see it's a real easy design, real fun design, and when people see the color and see the overall structure, and then when you draw on it, that really brings it, you know, to a conclusion, but also they know exactly what it is right away once they see the artwork. There's no doubt. So pretty much we're at the end here. The twisting is not too bad, not too long, and hopefully I hope, excuse me, that you enjoyed it. So thank you very much for watching, and also I just want to say a quick shout out to my friend Jeffrey Hayes from Australia. Thanks for all the inspiration, bud. Alrighty, so we made it to the end. And so now it is time to add the artwork. And so these are 8-bit characters. If you've ever seen the Minecraft, all of them are like that. So 8-bit, so we're talking about squares and rectangles and probably circles sometimes. It just depends on the design, huh? But 8-bit is usually, we're talking about squares and rectangles. So that's what we're going for right now. We're going to do 2 squares, and those are going to be our eyes. Okay, so you can see. Right. And probably what I'll do right now is I will just draw first the shapes, and then we'll go over coloring them, and maybe I'll fast forward during the coloring part since that's kind of boring. So after that, I'm going to do 1 rectangle in between the eyes there. Ta-da! Okay. And then halfway down, I'm going to do another rectangle. You'll see it's going to connect to the first one. Ta-da! See? Okay, and then we'll go over to the other side, and then we'll add the last rectangle. Okay, there we go. Okay, ta-da! And then the last part, and that's why I'm really enjoying a chisel tip when I get one. Actually, I usually keep them in my apron, and that really helps when it comes time to filling in the balloons. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. I really appreciate it. That way you get the notifications for when I do upload something new. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this. It's just really cool sharing this stuff, and hopefully you find it useful. So the other thing is, oops, left a little mark right there. There we go. All right, there we go. So yeah, so like I was saying, subscribe, that's cool. But the other thing too is, if you like this video, give it a like. If you don't, give it a thumbs down, that's okay. Because I need that type of feedback. Maybe everything that I share here is not going to be the greatest, but I definitely am keeping, your everyday average twister in mind when I am sharing this stuff. So the other thing is, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And then the other thing is, share this video. If there's somebody out there that wish they would have known how to make a creeper, now you can share it with them. That way they can go off and check out the video and work it out on their own. No big deal. Hopefully they'll enjoy it. So anyway, thanks always for sticking around and checking this out. And again, hopefully this is useful to you, that you can use to impress your clients. So thank you very much for hanging out with me, and until next time, happy twisting.